Favorite word starting with the letter A.
Apple. That's so
Apple.
lame.
Okay. No, I love apples.
Asshole.
Asshole is also nice.
I mean, probably like, you know, the only thing that comes to mind is albatross.
Amazing, astronomical, and all-star.
What is the sexiest song ever?
I have to say that possibly the Frankie Goes to Hollywood song that I was involved in, Relax. It's one of my favorites.
I think Prince's Kiss.
Kiss
It's great.
by Prince.
Yeah.
Every song is sexy to me.
So, how many projects you are working at the moment?
At the moment, oh my god. Like at least 5.
Okay, and which one is the one that is the most fun for you?
Playing with you, Ivo. That's so sweet.
I haven't started yet.
Well, I mean, you know, I have all sorts of different projects, but you can only do one thing at a time.
The most fun project I have at the moment is actually being a mom. I'm a mom to a 15-year-old, so it's amazing. Yeah, it's just amazing to witness his journey.
I'm writing a movie I'm gonna film in Mexico, and so that's fun. But it's like a long process, you know. Gotta finish the script, and then I gotta like prep it and.
What about your most favorite part of your own body?
My breasts.
Your breasts.
Yeah.
Amazing. So I don't think I have one.
Let's have one.
The heart.
Probably my hair. I'll say my hair, yes. I have good hair. I still have hair.
Favorite place on earth?
Ooh. I do love Los Angeles.
Who?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
I mean,
you've been
it's
to many
like
places, no?
it's like it's the most consistently like I love living here and I love returning when I'm going somewhere else.
My favorite place is the Egyptian Theater on Hollywood Boulevard.
Wow.
Right here, right now.
If you are the president of the United States of America, and you're allowed to make 3 laws that nobody will ever be able to change, what would be those 3 laws?
24-hour public transportation.
Okay. For free, I suppose.
Sure, why not free? Yeah, that'd be good too. Free parking everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's easy. I would abolish the presidency, abolish the government, and abolish the law.
Be able to speak your mind, be able to live as you wish, and to be able to sing your own song, I guess.
I think free food would be good too.
What about healthcare?
Oh, healthcare would be wonderful.
Okay, there are 4 already.
Okay.
Choose a slogan of your life.
Happy.
Reality is what you believe is possible.
Do what you want.
The slogan of your work.
Do what you want.
I have to borrow something that this woman in the garden said, and she's from the Ukraine, and she was like, she looked at my garden, she was like, because I've been working a lot, right? And my neighbor has like a garden that she doesn't work on at all.
It's like my garden.
And she's like, you work, you get. No work, no get. And I was like, that's good.
It was to get, no work, no get. No work, no get is kind of...
Like, no work, no get. You work, you get.
Okay, favorite 3 songs by Ivo Dimchev.
I love Melrose.
Okay.
I love Traveling Light.
Okay.
And I love Slut.
Well, there are too many. I think I love, obviously, Traveling Light and Slut. And I think Clit in the Sky is a new favorite of mine.
What is your best work of art?
I would say my best work as an artist is my son.
I think my best work of art is this thing I've written about Vivaldi
About
that hasn't
the-
been made yet, but it will be someday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
It's the next film I make. I think anybody who's satisfied with what they've done is basically should stop. Because if you've done your best work, it's time to stop because it's downhill from there, right?
Where are you going to look for happiness if you're not successful professionally?
Probably in travel and the garden.
In suicide.
Oh, happiness doesn't come from being successful professionally. It comes from within.
If you have the possibility to collaborate with a famous living artist, who that would be?
I would love to work with Jane Campion at some point. She wrote and directed the piano,
Oh,
and she just did Power of the Dog.
Well, I've been very lucky and I've collaborated with a lot of wonderful people, actors and musicians, and so and there are a lot of great actors that I'd love to work with.
Everybody I meet, I think you can find collaboration in any interaction, in any communication.
favorite 3 B words.
B words. Bastard, bolognese,
Back.
Back.
Beautiful, bountiful, and blissful.
behemoth. Behemoth, it's a monster, a biblical monster.
Sculpture or photography?
Sculpture or photography?
Yeah.
Ooh, photography.
Photography. Why?
It's more versatile, and you can
Okay.
fit many photos in a book.
Yeah,
But it's like hard to have a bunch of statues.
sure.
You know.
Well, photography, I'm a photographer, yeah.
Both.
Gospel music or country music?
Gospel.
Country music.
Why?
Because country music tells a story. It's a narrative,
Gospel music, but country music has a lot of heart. But I love gospel music. At my wedding, I had 70 gospel singers, only 20 people.
I mean, I don't like country music that
Really?
much. No.
I used to love Kenny Rogers when I was a kid.
Well, King Rogers is good.
Country music is American folk music, and I think all great music has its roots in folk music.
Music genre you cannot stand.
I mean, country is one of them.
Okay.
I mean, unless it's like good, like I do like older country, but new country, I don't know.
I literally like all music genres in different ways at different times. I have very eclectic tastes. I like pop music. I like opera. I like, string quartets.
Well, because it's all expression, I can kind of deal with any music genre. I'm pretty cool with all of it. I love music.
Television, cinema, or YouTube?
Cinema.
I guess YouTube is amazing because everybody can be able to be creative and to express themselves.
also prefer YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Well, they're all the same, really, because everything ends up on television and YouTube, whether it starts in the cinema or not. So I don't really make a differential.
20 minutes hardcore sex or 60 minutes vanilla sex?
Hardcore.
It all sounds too long for me. But I'll take the 20 minutes.
Definitely not 60 minutes vanilla sex. 20 minutes hardcore all the way.
Why is having sex with someone else good for a relationship?
Probably the like the secrecy, the secret.
What's good? Why it's good for the relationship?
Why it's good for the relationship. Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. Like I feel like it like livens all of it up.
Because it's secret.
Yeah.
So you have like something private.
Right.
Not everything is shared.
Right.
I don't think it's good for a relationship if you cheat. But I think having sex with someone else during a relationship is fine. As long as you tell the person, I think that's truth. That's not,
I think it's inevitable over time, so we shouldn't view it negatively. It should just be viewed as, obviously you shouldn't humiliate or betray people, but then they shouldn't view it that way either.
Full house or empty house?
What do you mean? Like in a concert or like a
No, in like
a
space.
house? Like a house?
Space, yeah.
Oh, I like empty houses.
You like empty?
Oh, empty. It's always good to have some solitude.
enter always a full house. But I also want to keep an empty house inside me, just an empty spaciousness.
Picasso or Salvador Dali?
Salvador Dali.
Why?
I don't know. I like him.
Why?
Well, look, I have his cookbook.
Oh.
Yeah.
There are two, both. Because I have to say, I think that all artists have their own expression that you have to love. Every artist. I love all artists, so no, you can't.
Dali is interesting, but not as interesting as Buñuel as a surrealist. And I think he became a caricature of himself, whereas Picasso kept developing. So I suppose Picasso.
Expensive art or deep art?
Deep art. Like, okay.
That's the question.
Expensive.
You go for expensive
I don't know.
art.
Expensive.
Deep art.
That's,
For
I
me.
feel like it's most likely if it's expensive, like it's earned its deep.
Why is ugly somehow beautiful?
Because it's not trying.
Because beautiful is very commonplace. I suddenly learned that when I was in Russia, where all the women are so beautiful that you start to look at the ugly ones.
It just is. And it's like not trying to be beautiful.
Rich in Russia or famous in China?
Rich in Russia.
Why? Famous
I've
in
always
China.
wanted to go to Russia.
Definitely not. Ugh. Rich in Russia are famous in... What a terrible... No, neither.
Oh, rich in Russia. Because rich in Russia is very rich.
They're both very, very claustrophobic. I could probably do more good in the world if I was rich in Russia.
Favorite word starting with F?
F holes. On the cello.
Fabulous, fantastic, and flock.
Well, I mean, the famous F word is the only word that anybody really loves. So I suppose I'd have to say fantasy, fear, and faithfulness.
Monument of Madonna or Monument of Marina Abramovich in Washington Square Park?
Anna is in,
Madonna the singer.
the mother of Jesus.
Madonna the singer.
Maria.
Marina Abramovich.
Marina, sorry.
I think Madonna.
Monument of Madonna.
Marina Abramovich, okay. Ella Fitzgerald or Billie Holiday? It's a hard question for a
Billy
musician.
Holiday.
Billie Holiday.
Billie Holiday.
Beatles or Michael Jackson?
Beatles.
The Beatles.
Beatles.
David Lynch or Fellini?
Oh, I'll do Lynch because I love David Lynch.
Really? Do you know
Yeah.
him personally?
I don't. I wish I did.
Why you don't? He maybe lives around the
I
corner.
know. He lives like literally around the corner. Yeah.
Fellini.
Well, I love both of them. I've never met Fellini, unfortunately. I know David. So I guess I'll have to say David.
Is he funny?
He's lovely, yes.
No, I love David Lynch.
Come up with a very pessimistic sentence about yourself.
It takes me too long to learn anything.
Pessimism is a waste of time because, everybody is destined for the grave, so why be pessimistic?
Star Wars, The Godfather, or Sex in the City?
Certainly not Sex and the City.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a Star Wars kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize that it's like not maybe the brilliance of Godfather, but I'm a Star Wars kid.
Well, the Godfather, obviously.
All three, but I will definitely go with The Godfather for this moment.
Oprah Winfrey or RuPaul?
Probably Oprah.
Oprah, why?
Just because, like, you know, she's just been around forever.
RuPaul.
RuPaul.
Is your favorite fashion designer of all time?
Giorgio Armani.
I worked a lot with Valentino, so I have to say him.
Good answer.
Depends on the era, you know, I suppose.
You wanna go to the best fashion show of Alexander McQueen or the best concert of Metallica?
I think the Metallica concert might be more fun.
Okay.
I think Alexander McQueen.
Both of them are my friends. I say Alexander McQueen.
Purity or complexity?
Complexity.
Purity.
Complexity.
Coffee with Allah or coffee with Satan?
Satan.
Satan, of course.
If you're a porn star, what's your name?
Well, if I was a porn star, it would be my name, Normandie.
Porn star name. Let's make it epic.
Dirk Landis.
High heels.
High heels.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what I was saying. It was your first dog, right? Which is was Poppy, and then the first street I lived on was Crabapple, so I'd be Poppy Crabapple, which I think is fabulous.
Yes. An American you're the most ashamed of?
George Washington.
I'll just point at Trump.
Okay, let's go with Trump. Yeah, it's easy. Point an American you're the most proud of?
Well, I'm proud of Oprah.
You're proud of
Yeah,
Oprah?
I'm proud of Oprah.
She's sweet. You know.
I think there's a lot of great Americans. I think that one of my favorites, I mean, especially in the movie business.
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
Music artist you have listened the most while having sex?
Beethoven.
Beethoven? Yeah. Oh my god.
I think Luther Vandross. I definitely listen to quite a bit having sex.
I don't listen to anything when I'm having sex, ever.
In bed with Madonna or in bed with Mariah Carey?
Madonna.
That's what they call, in English, Hobson's choice. When someone gives you two awful options and you have to pick one.
I feel like she's sexier than Mariah Carey.
Okay.
But if I had to pick one, it would definitely be Mariah Carey.
Ugh, Madonna for sure.
Fully paralyzed or losing your memory completely?
I guess losing my memory?
Yeah.
Losing my memory completely, so every day is living in the now, of course.
Fully paralyzed.
Elton John or Paul McCartney?
Elton.
Paul.
Why?
Because I have met him.
Ah, okay.
I played cello with him.
Okay, and
Yeah.
he's like super cool.
He's very nice, yeah.
I think Paul McCartney, for the reasons I love Elton John too, though, for different reasons, in that he's a great pianist, much better pianist than Paul McCartney. But Paul McCartney was seminal, you know, and he invented it. There'd be no Elton John without Paul McCartney.
Dying in a war or dying of COVID?
Dying in a war.
COVID. I definitely don't want to be in a war with anybody, so I think I'll just take it with COVID.
A war would be fabulous to die in, because they build a monument to you. If you die of COVID, you're forgotten.
What's more beautiful, the emotional or the obsessive?
Emotional.
The obsessive.
The emotional.
When people say I love you, what do they really mean?
That they enjoy spending time with you.
They really mean is, I don't want you to do things without my permission.
Well, they always mean that they love you, but I think people want to hear it back sometimes. I think when they say I love you, they want to hear I love you back.
How long the orgasm should last?
I don't know, a few seconds.
Forever.
As short as possible.
I mean, it'd be nice if they could last a long time, like a long, long time.
Like
Like 30 minutes.
69 or hugs and kisses?
Hugs and kisses.
Okay.
100%.
Hugs and kisses.
69.
The best lesson your mom gave you?
She taught me how to make really, really good black-eyed peas.
Be fabulous.
Walk fast and carry a big stick.
The best thing you got out of your dad?
He taught me to do what I love, make a living doing what I love.
That it's not good to work on Saturday.
So much love.
A mistake of your mom that you don't want to repeat?
Well, I think she worries a lot, and I don't want to repeat that.
To be too polite.
I think being concerned with what other people think.
A mistake of your dad you don't want to repeat?
It's pretty good. Maybe listening to my mom too much.
He kept a secret from me for a very long time, and I just feel like it's important to be emotionally and like verbally, like open.
Well, he didn't really make any mistakes. I made far more.
Which weakness of yours you are sometimes proud of?
I like to take care of other people, and a lot of times that gets me into problems because I'm like too much about it. But like sometimes it's good.
Okay.
Selfish. I'll say selfish, but I don't regard it as a pejorative because I think the ascribing of pejoratives to the human traits is a thing that the Christian church came up with to control people.
Being too trusting.
Which quality of yours you are sometimes ashamed of?
Probably like the same kind of thing. Like I over-plan things. I like to plan, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not.
Being insecure.
What gives you the best sensation of freedom?
I think, I don't know, flying to me comes like
By plane?
in a plane, yeah.
Gives one a sense of freedom is to recognize the cultural pressures and baggages that people are subjected to and reject them wholeheartedly, which is why I like your work, because I think it's a rejection, because I think that you have at heart an anarchist spirit and a subversive spirit, and that's what gives people a sense of freedom. Is
Sex with Satan or sex with Trump?
Oh God, that's the same thing. That's the same thing for me. That's the same thing.
it's the same thing, right? Yeah.
You work in a COVID emergency, so you have oxygen only for one person, and so you have to choose to save a child or the best brain surgeon. Who are you going to save?
Probably the brain surgeon. Yeah.
Well, I would definitely choose the child. The brain surgeon is probably a liar and a murderer.
That's a hard choice. I think I would have to save a child.
If you're allowed to touch one part of Jesus' body, which one it will be?
His heart.
I don't know. I mean, his ribs.
The ribs.
The ribs that are like, emaciated.
If you're allowed to kiss one part of Jesus' body, which part you would kiss?
I don't know. His chest.
His chest?
I wouldn't kiss him at all, to be honest with you.
What is your favorite way to die?
My favorite way to die. Oh, maybe of cold, being frozen to death.
I could just fall asleep.
Because you fall asleep,
Okay,
right?
so cool. Die?
Oh, I think a public execution, like Jesus. Very rare, also very rare these days.
Very rare.
Public, especially.
If you know the end of the world is coming in 30 minutes, so what you going to do? How are you going to spend those 30 minutes?
I feel like I just watched that on like Don't Look Up, where they did the. I would probably like want to eat something nice, like Mexican food or something. Maybe at the Pig and Whistle.
Take a nap. Wake up when it's over.
I would hug and celebrate and love everybody and just celebrate this beautiful life because all we all have is this minute.
Like drink, eat, taking drugs, dance.
Dance, sing,
I think that's
just
fun.
dance and celebrate.
Dying as a hero or dying during sex?
I think that's the same thing. I would say, what's a hero? Yes, dying as a hero.
Dying during sex.
Okay.
I know someone who died during sex, and it was pretty awful. They died. It was George Schulte, the conductor, and he died in the Hotel du Cap. And they had to spend a fortune getting his body out of there. And the Hotel du Cap only accepts cash. They don't accept credit cards, and they overcharge for everything. And I think they ended up charging the family thousands of dollars to get his body out of the du Cap. So it's not a good thing. So heroes better.
What is better to be, lonely or angry?
Angry.
It's better than lonely.
It's better to be lonely than to be angry.
Angry. Angry is the kind of energy that gives you the fuel to go and do things.
What makes more damage, physical abuse or verbal abuse?
Probably verbal.
Okay.
I mean, it depends, obviously.
I think verbal abuse. People can be destroyed that way. Physical abuse, it's done. Unless you're permanently damaged, yes.
Both, but I'd say verbal abuse.
What is wrong with Christmas?
Nothing. No. I mean, it's very Christian,
First, okay.
you know, so, but, yeah, I think it's more fun if it was just pagan, but it's, so, like, a lot of songs about, like, Jesus or little, you know, like, But I like the Christmas tree songs and stuff like that's fun.
Everything. I mean, you know, it's just Saturnalia, isn't it? Christmas, no, I can't stand it.
What is the best thing in life?
Life.
Food.
I think the best thing in life is being alive.
What is the best location for me to make a music video?
Well, probably in a studio.
Outside. Here.
Death Valley.
Death Valley? What is it?
It's not, I don't know.
Is
I've
it
never
far?
been, but it's really cool.
It's far from here?
It's like maybe a couple hours.
And how it looks like?
It's like the hottest place on earth.
Like hot.
I mean,
The sun
in
is-
the summer you can't go, but now I bet you can.